Hi students, welcome to online class. So in this video we are going to discuss about chapter 10, flow of control. In this video we are going to discuss the next jump statement, break statement. What is mean by break statement? See, break statement is also a jump statement which is used to terminate the execution of loop. It is going to terminate the execution of the loop and the control is transferred to the normal execution after the body of the loop. So whenever we encounter the break statement, the loop is terminated. So already we discussed the break statement in the switch statement. Already we discussed the break statement in the switch statement. So whenever we encounter the keyword, whenever we come across the keyword break, the loop is terminated and the control is transferred to the body of the loop, that is normal execution after the body of the loop. So whatever the statement which is given after the body of the loop, those statements after the body of the loop, whatever the statements which are given, those statements will be executed. Can you understand, students? Simply I say again, break statement is used to terminate the loop. Break statement is used to terminate the loop. So whenever we come across the keyword break, the loop is terminated and then whatever the statements which are given after the body of the loop, whatever the statements which are given after the body of the loop, those statements are executed. Can you understand, students? Right. Now we are going to see the working of break statement. See here, whenever we are giving the break keyword, whenever we are giving the break keyword inside the if condition, the condition, after the condition, whatever the statements are given, those statements are skipped and then it comes out of the if condition, that is if block. After the you can see if condition is given within the for loop, so it automatically skips the for loop, it terminates the for loop. So like that it is given, the break statement is given within the while. Break statement is given within the while. So it automatically comes out of the while loop. It automatically comes out of the while loop. Like that it is given inside the do while loop. So whenever the keyword break is encountered, it comes out of the do while. So that's why the arrow mark shows near the statement. In all the places, in all the loop, whenever we come across the keyword break, it automatically comes out of the loop. So it is going to execute the next statement. That is after the loop, whatever the statement is given, that statement will be executed. Whatever the statement given after the loop, that particular statement will be executed. So break is used to terminate the loop. Break is used to terminate the loop. Now you see here, I can show you the program. In this program, when you see this program, then you can understand about the break statement. So now hash include IO stream using namespace std, then main function is given. Inside the main function, int count equal to 1. So we have declared the variable int count equal to 1. So count is a variable that belongs to integer and then that is initialized as 1. Count is an integer variable that is initialized as 1. Inside the do while loop, see here inside the do statement, that is do while loop, we are going to print the count variable. We are going to print the count variable. So see here, cout count. Cout count we are going to print here. So now what is the value of count? The value of count is 1 because we initialized as int count equal to 1. We have initialized as int count equal to 1 So inside the do while loop, the count variable is printed. So the value will be printed as 1. Value will be printed as 1. Then see here, inside the do while loop, we have given the condition. What is the condition? If count is greater than 3. If count is greater than 3, then automatically what we want to do? We want to break the loop. We want to break the loop. But now see the condition, whether the condition is true or false. What is the value of count? Count is 1. 1 is greater than 3 or not? No, 1 is not greater than 3. Condition becomes false. Can you understand, students? So first of all, count value is equal to 1, and then we are printing the count variable. So it is printed as count colon 1. Count colon 1. Then we are checking the condition. What is the condition? Whether count is greater than 3 or not. If the condition is true, we want to break the loop. But here the condition becomes false, because the count value is 1. 1 greater than 3. False. 1 is not greater than 3. So condition becomes false. So automatically when the condition becomes false, see here, count plus plus. Count will be plus plus. So count plus plus means count equal to count plus 1. Count equal to count plus 1. So already count value is 1. So 1 plus 1, it becomes 2. So now checking the while condition. 2 is less than 20. True or false? Yes, it is true. Count is incremented, students. So 1 plus 1, it becomes 2. Then checking the while condition, count is less than 20. So 2 is less than 20. Condition becomes true. True means again do statement. What is do? What we want to do? We want to print the count variable. We want to print the count variable. So when we print the count variable, count colon 2. What is the value of count? Count value is 2. So 2 will be printed. Then again checking the if condition. If count is greater than 3. 2 is greater than 3. So condition becomes false. 2 is not greater than 3. Condition becomes false. When the condition becomes false, again comes out of the if condition. So count plus plus. So 2 plus 1, it becomes 3. 2 plus 1, it becomes 3. So again checking the while condition. Count is less than 20. So 3 is less than 20. Condition becomes true. 3 is less than 20. Condition becomes true. Again true means again execute the do statement. So what is given in do? Count colon. So what is the value of count? 3. So count colon 3. Then again checks the condition. If count is greater than 3. Condition becomes true or false? 3 is greater than 3. Condition becomes false. 3 greater than 3. Condition becomes false. Again false means count plus plus. So count is incremented plus 1. So 3 plus 1, it becomes 4. Can you understand, students? 3 plus 1, it becomes 4. Then again checking the while condition. While count is less than 20. 4 is less than 20. True or false? 4 is less than 20. True. So again do statement. What is in do? See out count colon count. So count colon, what is the value of count? 4. Count colon 4. Then again checks the condition. 4 is greater than 3. True or false? Now the condition becomes true. 4 is greater than 3. Now the condition becomes true. When the condition becomes true, it executes the break statement. It executes the break statement. Whenever the break statement is executed, it terminates the do while loop. It terminates the entire do while loop. Whenever the break statement is executed, it terminates the entire loop. So automatically it comes out of the do while. So what is the last line in the program? Return 0. Can you understand, students? Whenever the break statement is given inside the for loop, or while loop or do while loop, it terminates the entire loop. It terminates the entire loop. It comes out of the loop. So what is the next line of the loop? Whatever the statement which is given next to the loop, that particular statement will be executed. The statement after the loop will be executed. Can you understand, students? Right. Now we can see this thing in a practical manner. Then you can understand it clearly. So before that I am just copying the program. So let us see in a practical manner. Start menu. Click the Dev C++. Control plus N. Control plus V. So now I want to do some changes. Here space is not left out because I am copying the program. So space is not left out. So control plus S is for save. So file name I want to give as break statement. Can give as break statement. Press enter key. Now when I press F9, so it compiles the program. So no error. So when I press F10, now you can see the output as count colon 1, count colon 2, count colon 3 and then count colon 4. So why it is printing up to 4? Because when it prints up to 4, here in this if condition 4 greater than 3, condition becomes false. So automatically it comes out of the loop. That is, it comes out of the break statement. Can you understand, students? Whenever the if condition becomes true, so automatically which statement is executed? Break statement is executed. So it comes out of the loop. But actually the do while loop will execute up to 20 times. No, it is working up to 19 times. 1 to 19. The program will work up to 1 to 19. If it is given less than or equal to 20, then it works for 20 times. The do while loop will work for 20 times, but because of this condition, that is if count is greater than 3, it executes the break statement. Whenever the if condition becomes true, then automatically it executes the break statement. So whenever the break statement is executed, the program ends. That is, it comes out of the do while loop, the program ends. Can you understand, students? Whenever the break statement is executed, the loop is terminated. The loop is terminated. You can see the output count colon 1, count colon 2, count colon 3, count colon 4. So the while loop will iterate for 20 times. But as soon as the count reaches 4, the loop is terminated. The loop is terminated because of the break statement. Because of the break statement, the loop is terminated. Can you understand, students? So I think you might have understood this video. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.